Hey folks, Ben here. Hope everyone from Mount Kelly's doing all right. Disappointed I'm going to be back joining you for tennis next week, but trying to give you a few things to do whilst you're at home. Hey, high fivers, if any of you are tennis fans, then this is a challenge for you. It's pretty advanced serving related stuff. So we're going to start with the blackboard bit here, just to kind of give you an idea. So here's your tennis ball, folks. So the three types of serve. The flat serve. What you're trying to do with your flat serve is you're trying to hit, that's the middle of the ball. Lots of things we do with a clock face. Obviously 12 at the top, 6 at the bottom, 3 here and 9 here. Not sure if you can see that well, but there's the tennis ball clock face. You need to be hitting the ball right through the centre with the flat of the strings in the middle, just below the centre line. So if the centre line's here, you're trying to strike just below the centre here. So you want the ball to go straight off your strings. You don't want to hit too high up on it and drag it down, because you'll hit the net. So that's the flat serve. The next one, and these are the ones which it'll be great for you to practice more in a minute. So here's our second ball. The second serve is the slice. And so for the slice serve, it's all about 3 o'clock. So the idea is that you're going to come across the back of the ball for a right-hander, but you're going to come around the side of the ball. So you're going to come around the side of the ball on the 3 o'clock side for a right-hander. And again, you want to be coming through just under the 3. So you want to be coming under the 3 because you want the ball to spin and also lift a little bit to get it over the net. With this one, there's lots of shoulder turn into it. So that's the slices around 3 o'clock, the flat, the ball straight through the back, just below the centre of the ball. Then the tricky one, the final one, folks, this one, the top spin serve. So again, if you're a right-hander, it's all reversed for left-handers. With this one, with topspin, the idea is that you brush up the ball. So with a topspin ground stroke, you'd be hitting from the bottom of the ball up the back of it to try to make it spin forwards. With the topspin serve, what you're trying to do is you're trying to hit from here, 7 o'clock, right up to between 1 and 2 o'clock. And you've got to get your racket going really fast up the back of the ball so you get the ball spinning. In actual fact, for your slice serve, where you come around the side, and your topspin serve where you come up the back, for both of them your racket speed needs to be much faster than it actually does on a flat serve, because on a flat serve all your power is going straight through the ball, whereas on your spin serves you're only actually scuffing the side of the ball to make it rotate, so you need a faster racket to do that. So that's the theory behind these 3 serves. That's your top spin. Next thing to think about, ball placement. So folks, the next thing to think about with the serve is the ball toss. What we need to try to do to try and make this work is I'm going to try to stand in the middle of the chalkboard. So I'm going to draw this line down the centre of the chalkboard here, and we're going to call that line 12. So that's my 12 o'clock line. So what I'm trying to do is line my ball up there. So my ball toss, my arm should be totally straight, everything's in a line. I hold the ball in the ends of my fingers, arm totally straight, no kinks, and I need to start with it down by for me as a right-hander, by my left leg, and I'm going to bring it up. I've got to try to bring it up, everything's reversed to the camera. I'm going to bring it straight up at 12 o'clock and release level with my chin like this. Now a good ball toss will come straight back down into your hand without you having to bend your arm or move it at all. Height wise, if I was to hold my racket up above my head, it should be about a racket head higher than my arm, with my racket fully extended up into the air. So again, hold it here, push it up. Had to move my arm a little bit, so that wasn't quite so good. When you're practicing these, as well as having your ball toss at 12 o'clock, is that your racket arm needs to move, because when you move your shoulders, it adjusts where the ball goes and what you do. So it's good to always practice these with a racket so that your shoulders are moving together. So 12 o'clock, any guesses which serve that's for? You should know this, guys. 12 o'clock, straight up, that's your flat serve. Boom, straight through the back of the ball for the flat serve, snapping the wrist at the elbow. Next one then. The 1 o'clock ball toss. So eventually you want to be able to hit this serve off of a 12 o'clock ball toss as well, but for learning it's great to do it off a 1 o'clock ball toss, and that is the slice serve. So you put the ball a bit out to the side so that it's easier for you to wrap your racket around the ball and get lots of shoulder turn as you rotate into it. Remember, you're skimming nice and fast around the side of the ball to make it spin sideways. You can see the effect of a good slice serve because when it bounces, it swerves off to the side like a bend it like Beckham free kick. So again, for this one, start by practicing that ball toss out to 1 o'clock. Really try to picture where that one would be if you put it up into the air. Leave your arm up there, push it right up, keep pointing up at the ball, think Statue of Liberty, and then when you feel like you're starting to get a nice rhythm going with that one, bring the racket in as well, so you've got the shoulders working together. You won't get it right every time, but keep practicing. The more you practice, the better it gets. So now I'm going to practice the two. I'm going to practice my 12 o'clock from a flat, 12 o'clock from a flat, and then my 1 o'clock from a slice. Final one, folks. Again, this is the tricky one. Even the ball toss is a bit trickier. The 11 o'clock ball toss. 11. And the 11 o'clock ball toss. For the topspin serve. So for the topspin serve, again, if I position myself where the 12 o'clock is, and then you're going to try and throw it up over your left shoulder, so it comes down over this side of the body, over at 11 o'clock. You don't want it to be behind you, as in back from the baseline. You still want it to be in front of your baseline, but over your left shoulder. So practice over the left shoulder, feel your arm reaching out for it, and then bring in the racket as well. Right, folks, so that's the 3 ball tosses. So you know which bit of the ball you're supposed to be hitting, and you know where you want to be positioning that ball. So next up, the grip. For the serve, you want to be practicing a chopper grip. So it's that shake hands grip, the same one that we talked about the other day for the volley. Use it for the serve as well. In actual fact, it should make your slice serve quite easy. Slightly forehand or like pancake grip we call it, which makes it really easy to hit the flat serve there, but actually really difficult to hit any of the more advanced serves. So get that shake hands grip, and the first thing you need to practice is you need to practice your tap up. So you're going to have to turn your palm, because your palm and your strings will always face the same way with a chopper grip, and just practice doing some keep ups, tap ups, or tap downs I should say. Turning. Now that will feel a bit strange. The other one you can try is you can try your tap downs on the edge of the frame, and then you can try and put those together. So a tap down, a turn, a tap down, a turn, a tap down, a turn. My ground's not very flat, which makes this pretty tricky. So you're turning that wrist, turning that wrist. You can try some tap ups as well with that grip, but they're not so important. It's more about the tap down. Then the next thing you can do, folks, is have a go at seeing if you can hit the side of the ball to try and get that ball spinning. Try and get a bit of that slice as you feel you're coming across the side of the ball, cutting around the side of it. Makes a different noise. I don't know if you can hear that on camera. The next thing to do then, folks, have a go with a balloon. So with your balloon, you can try to really brush up the ball. You can practice your flat serve, so hold it up here, slap through the back. So you're going to hit straight through the back, right through the middle, snap at the wrist and the other. That one feels good. And of course, folks, the slice where you come around the side. So put it up at 1 o'clock and slice around the side. Watch it whiz off. The next thing to do is try and get that cut around the side. Cut around the side. That'll work on the slice. Straight through the back of the ball to work on your flat. You can put it over your left shoulder to work on your top spin. This one should go up. Nice and high. Got enough space. If you've got something you can hit against where you're not going to break anything, you can do all of these serves using a tennis ball as well. Slice, flat, and top spin. One final practice you can try with your topspin serve is you can do it from a sitting position. So sit yourself down, folks, and then have a practice of putting that ball at 11 o'clock and trying to hit up without hitting the ground. This works quite well, the ball comes back. I hope you found that useful, folks. Now go and have a practice.